Hi, so this is gonna be awkward because I'm just an extremely awkward person and I don't even take photographs of myself, so making a video of myself and talking to people that probably there won't even be people watching is just kind of awkward. So I'm just gonna put that out there that this is really awkward. Um, Welcome to my channel, Beautifully Imperfect Me. I got that name because, well, it's a story, everything's a story in life, but it's just basically what it means, that we're all beautifully imperfect, in our own ways. Anyways, there's really no, definition or, proper way to do a first YouTube video, so or I'm sure there is, and I'm just bombing it, but I'm just gonna introduce myself and kind of, yeah. This is awkward. Anyways, my name is Sarah. I'm 25, almost 26. I live in Canada. Yes, it's cold. It snowed a lot today, and it's cold. It's very cold. It's a different kind of cold. It's like your nose hairs freeze kind of cold. I live alone with my kitty cat, Layla, who is sleeping in a very unladylike position at the moment. She's my best friend, my little pal. She drives me nuts, and she is a true oddball. Even her vet says so. She's a very odd creature, but that's why I love her. She's my little freakazoid, and we are a good fit for each other most of the time, except for when she wants to make noise in the middle of the night, and I literally sit up and I'm like, go to bed. I am a very, very sarcastic and probably sometimes inappropriate human being. I kind of just think if you can't laugh, you're gonna cry, so I probably make jokes about stuff that isn't funny to some people, but if I don't laugh, I literally will cry, so, yeah. So, for example, whenever I get really mad if Layla does something, I always say, there's a farm, and just leave it at that, because, I don't know, it just makes it feel better. Not that she'd ever go anywhere, it's just, I don't know. Anyways, I guess about me, because I'm delaying that. What about me that's not much, that's interesting. I'm just kind of a unfunctional person. That's just about it, I have a lot of physical health problems at the moment. I've been quite sick for about a year and a half. And it's been harder than I realized, which seems silly, but, the whole, grieving who you used to be and what you used to be able to do really is a real thing. And even just the, little daily struggles and everything and stuff has just been really hard. I also have a long history of mental health, challenges that, I've done a pretty good job at kicking the butt at. I've done really good in the past year, and that's hard for me to say, but I've really just turned my life around and had a different perspective on life, and I'm grateful for that. You may be wondering, why I'm even making a video, and what's the purpose of that. It's honestly, in a weird way, it's for me, obviously, but it's also because, people always say they've been through a lot and they get things. There's probably not a social situation or social issue that someone could name that I have not been through myself or experienced by a close loved one. I have been through everything from things that I call simple because related to other things in my life. They're not, I've been through worse pretty much. So, I've been through things as simple as divorce, to the death of a parent, to extreme violence. I'm a human trafficking survivor, actually 3 times. And that's actually something that really made me want to make this channel, was that there's not a lot of people that speak out about the reality of what really happens when you're being trafficked. A lot of people don't even understand what trafficking is. A lot of people imagine people being, taken across the world, taken across countries, being chained up. And yeah, that does happen. It does. But it's actually a lot more common for it to be domestic, which is basically within one's country, within one's province or state. Like, it's much more common to be happening in your backyard than for someone to be like trafficked across the world. My videos, sorry, my videos will be some really tough topics. So I do want to let people know that there will always be a trigger warning. It'll be clearly labeled if it's something that is triggering, because I've always spent my life, I've never told my story to anyone. I've never had the opportunity. I've never been told it's worth value. And it's hard. It's hard to live a life where you have a story you've basically been told your whole life isn't worth sharing. And even just keeping that in is like poison. It just, it eats away at your soul, And there's something about just the thought of not getting it out just to like traumatize people, but to get it out to be like, this happens, but also like, I'm not all the way better. I'm nowhere near it. I'm not like, I don't, every day wake up and like be like, I love life. It's just, you can go through hard things, really hard things, and still make it through. It doesn't mean that it's going to be rosy and sunshine and that like everything is going to be all wonderful, at least at this point. But basically what I'm trying to get out there is that, first of all, it does happen a lot more than people know. It happens a lot to people that they don't even realize it's happening. That was actually my situation. And that the hardest part is actually once you're out. Because while it's going on, you don't have time to think. You're more just in survival mode. But when it's out, you're left alone to think and think and think and regret and regret and regret and go, if only I had done this, or why did I do that? And it's, my situation's a bit different because I have been so mistreated, and I don't like using this word, but tortured by the medical and legal system that, like, I've nearly died because they failed to provide me emergency medical care. They've denied me. I have information written in my chart that is complete and utter made-up stories that has impacted my care. And it's hard because, you try to stand up for yourself, but I don't have anyone. I live in a city completely on my own. I have no friends. I don't have any family. And it's just me. And, like, that's fine. Like, I'm a big girl, but I've been pretty much taking care of myself since I was 4 years old. And sometimes you have those days where you're like, I don't want to be an adult anymore. I want to be a kid. I want to be taken care of. I don't want to, have to pay bills and do the normal stuff, plus deal with, like, the emotional toll and the physical health and just fighting the system to actually give you adequate care. Like, that's something that no one should have to fight for, but people do. Like, it's ridiculous is what it is. And I'm tired of being silent. I'm tired of, it being a hush-hush situation. Like, I'm done with that. Like, I have no problem saying that the medical system and these doctors and these, agencies have done some pretty horrific things. Like, because no one's ever going to know that it's happening unless someone speaks out. So that is a main subject of what my videos are going to be about, but they're really going to be about just life. Like, very often on social media, we always see what people want to show. We see them, when they're all done up and in good clothes and in makeup and, all that stuff. And I put off making my first YouTube video because I'm like, I haven't dyed my hair in a while, I don't, and first impressions are everything. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, no, I'm just going to show myself like this is what it looks like on most days, dude. My hair is gross. Like this is the reality of life for a lot of people, and it's not shown enough. It's like we always feel, or like a lot of people feel like we always like, well, why don't I have that? Why can't I, why do they have that? Why do they, you know, why are they able to like, get out of the house and be functional and go do things and, oh, it must be nice, but like they only show people only show what they want to, right? So I'm gonna show you guys the real stuff. Like, yeah, life isn't pretty all the time, Physical health, it ain't pretty. Mental health, it ain't pretty. Like, life is great sometimes and there are very beautiful moments, but it's not all about what's posted on Instagram or Facebook. It's what really happens. Um, Obviously, I'm a big advocate for mental health. I'm a big advocate for physical health. I'm a big advocate for human trafficking, or ending human trafficking, obviously not for it. And my goal one day is to actually be a social worker. I want to get my master's in social work. Well, obviously my bachelor's first, but then my master's, because I don't think I went through what I went through for no reason. I have a voice, and and a lot of programs that are out there, if there are any for people, they're just done so poorly. It's done based on what the textbooks say, not what people have actually been through. And my goal in this world, like ever since I was very little, I remember being said like, what's your goal in life? And mine was always that I just wanted to make a difference. Didn't matter what it was, didn't matter what it was. I just wanted to know that when I leave this world, I have made a difference. And that's the only thing in this life, in this whole entire world that I need to achieve, is to know that I made a difference and that I did my best. And it starts now. It starts with the fact that I'm done being silent. I'm done holding the secrets that no one wants to hear, and I'm done, keeping hush hush about the illegal stuff that the system is doing. Like, and just showing like day to day that, what, life is beautiful in its own way, but life is also, like I said, it is so beautifully imperfect. Your house doesn't have to be perfectly clean. Your car doesn't have to be the nicest one. I'm using my cell phone that was like $300 to film this. Like, you don't need expensive stuff and to, live a picture perfect life to be able to make a difference and have a voice and to share something. Like, I mean, even more so, I thought that even by not like dressing up nicely and putting makeup on and, looking all great, was that I'm hoping people will actually hear what I have to say, because that's what my point is. Like, even cover the screen. I don't care. Don't look at me. Like, just hear what I have to say, because I think I actually have some stuff to say that means something. So, this was random. Probably didn't qualify as an intro video, but it's what I'm gonna do for now. And like I said, if you would like to follow the journey of seeing what it's like to like experience life in its messiness and to share the real stuff and to be in the hard times a lot of the times, but still get up every day. That's what this channel is for. It is for encouragement. It is for letting people know that, what, like, it does suck. I don't believe in like the sugarcoating, like it's all gonna be good. Like, it does suck. It's about getting down to people's level, sitting with them for a moment and being like, this sucks. It does. And then getting up together, because we can't get up by ourselves all the time, and we need people to start getting down to our level and validating that it does suck and it does hurt and that it's not okay. And then letting us feel that and then being like, okay, let's do this together and let's get up. So that's about it. There will be more to come. I don't have a schedule. You could get a video a day, you could get a video a week, you could get 2 videos a day, you could get a video every 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't really have a schedule at this moment because my health is so bad, but I'm gonna do my best, because this, I'm hoping, will help me too. Just being able to talk and all that jazz, because I don't have anyone to talk to. I don't have a friend to call up for coffee. I don't have anyone to call and be like, yo, like this was annoying. It's literally just me. Like I joke that I feel like I live in solitary confinement because I can go weeks without anyone even saying hello to me, and it gets very lonely. So, with all that said, um, again, I'm not gonna be one of those people that's like, hit that subscribe button and bell or whatever. Like, if you want to, you want to. If you don't, you don't. Like, I'm doing this. There's no pressure. Like, again, I'm not gonna sit here and be like that person that's just like forcing people to join. Like, you do what you want to do. If you want to watch once in a while, you can. I'm doing this purely for my voice to be heard, and that's that. Um, I will explain in probably my next video more about like my diagnoses, what's going on with me, like more in depth about that. But this was more just like I really want to highlight like just what I'm passionate about, why I'm doing this. Like I know it's kind of messy again, but trust me, I'm a lot more anxious than it looks, or maybe it looks more anxious than I am, but I'm just giving it my best go, and this is what you get, and it's the best I can do right now, so that's about it. And without further ado, I will say peace out.